Okay. Alright. So I know nobody has joined yet. Right, because I'm just gonna quickly call or just text my friend who is supposed to be here right now. I'm not even sure if people can hear me right now. I really hope they can. If they can't, I'm not sure if I just muted myself or not. But hopefully I didn't. But this is my endgame talk live, where I'm going to talk full endgame spoilers completely. So I'm just calling my friend right now. See if he picks up. Sorry about the stuff in the background right now. This is just some stuff. Not home yet. Please leave your message for 51666. So, all right. So he's not home yet. So, in about he'll text back when he's home, hopefully. But text me back when you are home and call so you can join my live on YouTube. Great. So, when he gets home, he'll text me or call me so that way he can join the live. But I'm just gonna start talking about Endgame right now, even though there's completely no one on right now, and this stuff back here is really annoying me, and I'm looking at it right now, and it's bothering me a lot. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about Endgame. Full spoilers right now. Spoiler warning. Before you continue to watch this video is probably gonna go on for like an hour or something. Hopefully not. But yeah. So right now it's been about 2 minutes and 32 seconds since I started this live. So I think it's time I spoke some Endgame now. So it's gonna be really hard to look at the camera and this thing at the same time. So I'm just gonna move this over here. There we go. So yeah, now I can sort of look. If I can just move the camera over there. So just turn it that way. There we go. Then I just lower this a little bit. Pull myself in. And Endgame. Wow. I know it's been out for a couple of weeks. That's why I waited to do this whole spoiler talk. And so sorry, I need to put away a notification. Notice that there is a new setup. This is not my room right now. I'm in my office, and there's like stuff over there that I really don't want you guys to see. It's like a mess over there. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just a thing. I'm in my office right now. I'm not at a friend's house or anything, but yeah. So Endgame, you guys should have had a couple-minute chance to click off the video because I will be talking spoilers starting now. So click off before I start. 3, 2, 1. All right. So where to start? So Captain Marvel saving Tony Stark and Nebula. All of that. It was okay. But the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel really didn't it didn't really make sense because you saw the post-credit scene for Captain Marvel, and it just doesn't make sense because what happened? You saw that post-credit scene, and then it was like she saved Tony Stark, and I'm like, that's not what the post-credit scene said, but okay, I'll just go with it. And yeah, so there was that. But yeah, there was that, and then Tony Snap on Cap was that was, how would you describe that? I don't know how you describe that. That was a little, I wouldn't say scary. I'm not sure. Scary, and so no one has joined. So I'm just talking to myself right now. I don't really care, but that was a little scary. So that snap on cap was really, really scary, and it was really, really bad. Um, Not bad acting, but I kind of got scared when he passed out though. Like when he passed out, I was like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" And luckily he didn't die, not until the end. So um, yeah, that was really bad. Um, and then what else? And then like Thor going for the head after he had already missed the head already. That was that was kind of dumb. I was like, when I saw that part, I was like, why did they waste 3 hours just to kill Thanos at the beginning? And then, like, I was wondering where the story would go from there. And as I mentioned in my endgame showcase, and I saw it at like 12 a.m. on no sleep, and working, not really working all day, but like going from place to place all day. There was no heat in my house because like the boiler just wouldn't like stop. There was like soot coming out of like this thing on the side of my house where like the boiler would turn on and the stuff would just fly out on the side of my house and it would look like smoke. And that was bad, so I had to fix that. I got it fixed, but before I ended up doing that, I showered at my friend's house, and luckily I had hot water for the shower because the day before I took a shower and there was no hot water. I was freezing. But off that topic, as I mentioned in that Endgame showcase, that I was seeing it at 12 o'clock a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning. So it was 12 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning. Is what I'm trying to say. If that, like, it was like the night of Friday. It was like Friday night, 12 a.m. Friday night, and then it went to 3 o'clock because it's 3 hours long. A.m. Saturday morning, and I was asleep at 4 o'clock a.m. by the time I went to bed. So yeah, um, what was I talking about? Oh right, so I saw it on no sleep, and I was just going from place to place every day because I had that Friday off. So I actually had the whole week off, and I don't know why I didn't like do any videos that week, except for just like my endgame showcase, which was the only video I took. Which, by the way, I'm no longer doing the Quantum Realm suit showcase after seeing Endgame. So, and also I'm just too lazy to shoot that video. So, um, plus it's like a 20-minute long video, just like the Endgame showcase was. So that was really bad. So yeah, there was that, and so back to Thanos dying in like the opening scene. That was so bad. I hated that because like you were just gonna spend the rest of the movie trying to bring everybody back um, after just killing someone, and why would they go their separate ways? Like those aren't the Avengers that we know. Like they really aren't. So they would have been like, from what I think they should have done is just um, completely just not even done the time jump, because honestly the time jump was that was really bad. Not that it was really bad actually. The time jump was okay. It was good. I actually liked that time jump. So, but I'm just saying like um, I'm saying I'm a lot. Really sorry about that. Did someone just go into my house? I don't really know. I just heard the door open. I'm not even sure. I think I might be hearing things. I get so distracted so easily. That's really bad. Um, Something just like fell. I have no idea what just fell. And there's like bad lighting in here. I'm pointing everything bad except for talking about Endgame right now. Sorry. Um, it's been what 10 minutes? Wow, that's of that. So, yeah, the time jump. The Avengers should have spent those 5 years trying to bring everybody back. Like, not even waiting those 5 years, waiting for just Scott Lang to have a rat just press on some random buttons, letting him come out of the quantum realm after what was 5 hours for him, but 5 years for the rest of the universe. And plus, if it was actually 5 years in the quantum realm, he would not be alive. He wouldn't. He wouldn't have lived. So, but anyway, um, after that, other things after that. So, anyway, the rat coming um, out, taking Scott Lang out of the quantum realm. There was that. So I saw this thing on Instagram, and this is what it was. It was this picture. Oh, brightness is too high. Turn that down a little bit. That's still too bright. Okay. So there we go. If that would focus, it'd be great. Okay. So I'm just letting you guys read that for a bit. It's Doctor Strange telling the rat to be there in like 5 years in that time jump just to actually, and that's actually kind of funny. But I just wish that there would have been some other way that Scott Lang would have came out, like did what he did in Ant-Man 1, where he just put the regulator, the giant making like disc, and put it in his regulator again, and just came out like that, not just some rat pressing random buttons and letting him out. So there was that, and after that, what happened after that? Right. So um, that thing with Cassie, she would have been at least, because I think she was 10 in Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was 2018. So in 2023, she would have been, assuming her birthday hadn't come yet, she would be about 5 years from 2018. 2023. She would be about 16 or 15 years old. In that year. So the oh, I didn't even mention Hawkeye's family getting wiped away. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna backtrack real quick. So Hawkeye's family getting snapped away. That like the logic that I would have went with is that half of everybody, like half of every family, half of every like class in the school, half of everything just dusted away. Like if there was like a family of six, like three of them would get dusted away, and like the OG Avengers, like three of them would get dusted away, and like it would have been like that. But that's not how Marvel logic goes. So I mean, the way they explain time travel, that was more confusing than what DC and the in DC Legends, how that's being explained. Like DC Legends of Tomorrow, the CW series, definitely explains it a lot better. Like they had the whole domino effect on reality. Like you change one thing and there's everything that follows. Um, and Nebula killing herself from the past would have meant that she died in present day. And I'm continuously not looking directly at the camera. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah. Other things. So uh, what happened after? Okay, so Scott Lang explained the whole time travel 5 year 5 hour thing. That was weird. So cleaner water. because of not as many ships, because like half of them got snapped away, or just like all of them got snapped away, because Marvel Logic doesn't have, like half of every boatsman, or salesman, sailor, snapping, dusting away. Um, so yeah, there it could have been all of them. Could have been like two of them. Could have been like 90% of them. I don't know exactly. But after he explains the whole like time difference between the quantum realm and the outside world, um, Tony Stark having a family. Um, I actually like that. Wish he wouldn't have died, because Hawkeye, Ant Man, they stayed alive and they have families. Meanwhile, Tony Stark just died. He died. That was painful. Like during his funeral scene, like there was a tear coming down my face, and then by the end of the movie, I got up, started walking around, and I just started sobbing. I was crying. My sister was hugging me, and I was just crying. It was really bad. I was, because he was my favorite hero. He was the first Avenger that I ever got introduced to. Like Iron Man was my life, and to see him just die was painful, and I was so angry. So now, I'm trying to do my very best to keep myself. Um, like if you saw the Endgame showcase, which was posted after Endgame dropped, I have the whole thank you to Robert Downey Jr. and Stan Lee for inspiring this whole cinematic universe and starting it. So there was that. So that was really great. So the Mark 85 being one of my last Iron Man suits, cannot let that happen. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to order some pieces. I'm going to order some torsos. I'm going to order some legs. I'm going to order every Iron Man helmet that I can get my hands on, and start making a whole bunch of figures um, uh, of Iron Man. And whenever I have the money again, I can start buying my own like Hall of Armor setup, and I can just start putting my custom minifigures, my Iron Man custom minifigures on there, and I can just start doing that, because honestly, that's what I want. That's what I really want. I really want that sort of thing. And also the Mark 85, I want to see like the Mark 76. Like I want to see those suits. So that way I can start getting started on all of like Mark 1 to Mark 85. Like I already shot the showcase for the Mark 1 Iron Man suit, plus the Golden Age suit from Captain America, and then I just put Nick Fury on there because there was an empty space and it would just look awkward if Nick Fury had been there. So I already shot that whole showcase thing, so you guys can expect that up maybe next week, the week after. I'm not really sure, depending on how my schedule goes, because I've been getting a whole lot of homework lately from school, because my science final is coming up, and I have to be studying for that. And I really hope it's all worth it, because I've been staying up to like 11 o'clock trying to finish all these science chapters that are like 20, 30 pages long, and that's been really bad. But anyway, I have it all done for right now. That's why I'm doing this live right now. I wouldn't really be doing this live if I hadn't been. Wow, I get off track really fast. But what were we talking about? Um, all right, Tony Stark having his family, and him living. So, uh, yeah, I'm gonna be making those suits, and depending on how my schedule goes, I will be posting that showcase up very soon. So, then Tony Stark dying at the end, which uh, right, I said I was sobbing. Um, okay. So Tony Stark having a family. I love you 3000. Oh my God, that was really that was. I have a name for my kid now for when if I ever do have kids, if I ever get married or something, you know, something like that. If I ever, I know what I'm naming a daughter, and I know what I'm naming my son. Not Tony, but maybe that'll be his middle name, Eric Tony Gonzalez, and then Morgan something Gonzalez. I don't really know. Um, but you guys don't need to know that. We guys do need to know is what I think of Cap seeing Iron Man after about 5 years. Yeah, because 5 years, but actually talking to him civilly, being, I don't know. But anyway, expecting Tony Stark to, like rework the way he did in like Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3, fighting, using genius, his intelligence to get him out of bad situations, like, um, maybe repairing the power cells from the Bentar. Would have loved to have seen something like that. But we do get bits and pieces of it, so I'm not too upset with that. But I feel like it should have taken him just a little bit longer though to figure out time travel, like like a Mobius strip or something is what he used. It started with M. I'm not really sure. It was like Mobuis or something. I don't know. Um, maybe it was a Morpheus strip. I think it might have been a Mobius strip. I don't know. Um, what? Mora's not dead. Died. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, Gamora not being dead. I didn't even see that 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 comment. There's one person watching this right now. Oh wow. So yeah, Gamora's not dead. That's great. Tan Lynch. Yeah, Gamora's not dead. Because she came back. Tony died before he killed her. Thanos died before he killed her. Yeah, but there was the problem with the whole time travel thing being explained. Like the domino effect not happening. Like how Nebula was able to kill her past self but still be alive in the present day. So Thanos said before he killed her. So no, she still be dead, but 2014 her might be alive in the present day. So yeah, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Like the whole not butterfly, the whole domino effect doesn't exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's only like branch universes apparently. So Gamora would be alive in the present day, just not like the Gamora that would be alive in the present day has already died. Okay, it does. Okay, all right, it does make sense. Okay, um, so yeah, so since the whole domino effect doesn't uh, exist, she wouldn't like the one that would be alive. Okay, I'm gonna stop before it gets confusing. Um, so what was I talking about before that happened? All right, so Tony figuring out time travel in just one afternoon, and I don't like it should have taken him a little bit longer. I do agree with that. Like some people have been saying that it should have taken him a little bit longer. I agree with that. He should have like taken like forever to um like maybe a month, maybe a week. I don't know. I mean, he's really smart, so makes sense to him have figured it out in a week, not just one afternoon. Like it literally took him like not even 2 minutes, like 30 seconds just to figure it out. And yeah, but the chemistry between Tony and his daughter was. I mean, it's painful to see like before and after Tony's dead to see like what it does, and that was really bad. And every like callback to every past cinematic, uh, not past cinematic, past Marvel cinematic. What does that mean? Proof. Prove it. I'm confused. What does that mean? What are you saying? I'm very confused. What does that mean? What are you trying to say? I'm thinking you're trying to say like prove it. Proof Tony Stark. Oh, proof Tony Stark has a heart. Yeah, I'm getting a necklace that has like the arc reactor and the proof that Tony Stark has a heart. I'm getting a necklace like that, and it hasn't come in the mail yet, but I do know that it has shipped, not shifted. It has shipped and hasn't come yet, but when I do get it, it will be awesome. Right now, I am wearing a necklace though, but it does have a ring on it, um, and that's really great. So proof that Tony Stark does have a heart. He does. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my god. I think that's when I started crying a little bit. Like a tear just started rolling down my eye, and that was painful. Yeah, seeing that after so long, it seemed like 1,000 years ago. Yo, you're getting that necklace. Yes, I am. I am getting that necklace, Maya. I am getting that necklace. I told you that. I told you that at school. So, yeah, I am getting that necklace. Um, so proof that Tony Stark has a heart? Yes, he does. I'm pretty sure that was proved. Proved? Proved. Is that how you say it? Past? Like, it has been proved that Tony Stark indeed has a heart. Ryan Jameson. You're a massive nunce. Nunce? What does that mean? Massive nunce. Nonce. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Oh. Nunce. Like nunce word. Coin coin for are used on one occasion. Huh. That's interesting. Um so yeah. So that proof that turns well, let's not drag each other in the comments. Oh god. It's slang for a cool guy. Oh, thank you for that. I don't get that often. I mean, Maya, if you're still watching, there's that 80% working right now. Probably could uh, beat Tony in a race to figure out time travel anyway. So 80% right. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Maya should know if she's still watching. I'm not even sure. I'm right 80% of the time, or 80.5% of the time, just to annoy her if she's watching or not. I don't really know. It says there's 4 people watching, but that's great. There's 4 people watching right now. Only 80. Only 80. No, it's 80.5. Maya. 8.5. 8.5, or do you mean 80.5? 8.5 or 80.5? 8.5 or 80.5? Just 8.5. Oh, so I'm right 8.5% of the time. So I'm wrong 91.5% of the time, is what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? I'm wrong 91.5% of the time. Yes. Wow. um. So yeah, proof that Tony Stark has a heart, and I haven't even gotten to the battle scene yet, and we've been going on for half an hour. Wow. Um. And so I was talking about the time heist, right? So the time heist. The time heist is the reason why I'm not doing the Quantum Realms showcase for Endgame, because it was so brief, and that part where Tony said, not Tony, where Cap from his past said, "I can do this all day." And he's like, "I know, I know." That was hilarious. That was really great. I love that. That was really funny. I found that really really funny. Um, so the ancient one giving Hulk the time stone though. That was a little bit confusing because she was saying that there is the whole domino effect existing in the Marvel universe. Um, so there is that domino effect, but it just creates a branch timeline. It's a branch timeline. Like you have your regular timeline. My friend's channel is Cheesy Potato 97. Do you want me to subscribe to his channel? Well, my friend's channel. I have two friends who have YouTube channels, and I can give you them right now. One of them is Totally Nomi's One. I'm pretty sure. Well, that's just his name, like subscriptions. Like his name is Totally. You can go look him up right now. I dare you, but on your own time. Oh, there's 3 people watching right now. Like, you have Totally. Totally, that's his. That's Totally, and then Team Shard. So go check those two out on YouTube. All right, they're really awesome videos, really great. Um, I forgot to I completely forgot to mention the whole in between the time heist. So, um, like you have like them building it, and that was kind of like part of like the bits and pieces that you got of Tony working like he did in Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2. Like you got those small bits and pieces. So there was that. um, yeah. Um, what was I saying? Oh, right. Um, so then again, there was Thor, fat drunk Thor. I didn't like that. I hated that. Like fat drunk Thor. That was so terrible and painful to watch. Like it would have been fine for me if, like, by the final battle when the lightning struck him, he would have just gone back to like his 6-pack self. But no, he stayed his fat drunk self, and that was like the only part of him that came back in that battle scene was his personality. It didn't matter that his abs didn't come back, but his personality. The personality is what matters, yes, but I would have much rather him have a 6-pack again, like he did. Like, I mean, even though he was still worthy, like, I still would have liked him to have been. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, thank you for agreeing with me. Um, like he should have gone back to like his 6-pack self when the lightning struck him. I do not agree with leaving him fat. But that part was funny. It was funny. It was funny, but throwing away the whole character just for jokes and stuff, that's just really bad. Um, but there was some funny parts that I really found funny um, from Fat Thor, which was really great. Um, can I scroll down? Okay, there. Oh, I can't scroll down. But that part was funny. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that part was funny. Drunk Thor was funny. He was great. I just wish he could have went back to his 6 self. So imagine Loki's reaction to Thor, though. Yeah, that would have been really funny. That would have been really, really great if Loki had seen Thor like that. Um, but there are some rumors saying that Loki might not be dead. So I mean, he did escape with the Tesseract because Tony messed up. Well, it's not really. Oh, that was my. I thought it was Tim Lynch for a second. Um, uh, his mom did. Yeah, yeah. That part was kind of emotional. Like like eat a salad. Um, like if I was like that, if I was visiting my mother from the past, she might have said that to me. She probably would have said that to me. Like no joke, she probably would have said that to me if I was coming back from the future and like being completely fat rather than my skinny self. She would tell me to eat a salad. And that was funny. That was really funny. That was great. Um, and I really wish Thor would have actually been able to say that his mom was going to die that day, because then maybe it wouldn't have happened. But then that would have created a whole branch timeline, because there is no such thing as the domino effect. There's just branch timelines. So, and I'm just completely out of order right now. Do you still have your mom? Yes, I do. I do still have my mom. Do you? Do you still have your mom? I really hope you do. Do you? Do you still have your mom? Yes, for now. Okay, good. um, sorry about that. I'm getting really off topic. I do that a lot. It's very easy for me to get off topic. Thor's mom knew that she was gonna die. No, yeah. I mean, she knew that Thor was from the future anyway. But then again, Thor was fat, so yeah. So anyway, back to the first part of the time heist, being back. Yeah, just like my dad. Just like my dad. What do you mean I'm just like your dad? What does that mean? The whole logic thing? Like the whole branch timeline thing? What? I'm just like your dad. Comment above. What is that? Above. Comment above. Above. Like you want me to comment above, like the word above? Or are you talking about the comment like above that? Are you saying like Thor's mom knew that she was gonna die, just like Thor's dad who knew he was gonna die? Comment. I'm very confused right now. What about your comment? Not just like my dad. Oh, your dad's still alive is what you're saying. Like you still have your dad. Is that what you're saying? That you still have your dad. I'm waiting for a yes or no. No, he was gonna die. So are you saying you're so your dad is dead is what you're saying? Like you don't have your dad anymore? You say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That's really sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. I'm really sorry. I'm genuinely sorry right now. Okay. Let's not have any more dark comments like that, please. I don't really want to open that can of worms anymore. Like that. So, but I'm really sorry. I hope he gets better. He's not dead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. So moving on. um. Okay. He just lazy. So he's sick with laziness. Sick with laziness. Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'm gonna. If it's okay with you, I'm just gonna start ignoring these comments because I'm getting really off track, and this is going on like a really long. Sorry about that. But at least I'm doing the live, and it's like it's 8:28 right now. I don't care. I can go to sleep at like 12 o'clock in the morning if I want to. I haven't even taken a shower yet today. I don't care. Um, stuff you guys don't need to know. Anyway, so yeah, so um, but I'm a little bit confused though as to woof woof woof. You had a dog. Yeah, I do have a dog. He's in the background. He's like not even in the same room. That's how loud he is. Even though he's probably barking at nothing because like he barks at nothing all the time. So just ignore my dog right now. um. So yeah. Um. So after that, after like, is Maya your girlfriend? No, she is not. No, no, she is not. She is not my girlfriend. No. Yeah, even she says no. Anyway, no, no. Yeah, I know Maya. I know you're not. They get it. They get it. Um. I completely forgot where I was. All right, so I'm a little bit confused as to Loki's scepter and Captain America, because Cap from his future self, he uses Loki's scepter to like knock out himself from the past. So I'm confused as to how that's gonna work. Like, is there a branch timeline now where Cap actually um, is like following himself from the future or something? Like, is he just him playing normal self because he thinks he got the thing by himself? Like, I'm a little bit confused. So, so I think that might have created another branch timeline. And so yeah, Tony getting punched in the face with a Hulk, and the whole Hulk not being able to go in the elevator was pretty funny. I really love that. Too many stairs. That's what I say every time I have to go upstairs. There's so many stairs. Like, I have like right when I walk out of this office, I'm gonna have like I don't have to go upstairs, but like when I do go up those stairs, I'm like, oh my god, why are there so many stairs? So I just try to go up there as fast as possible, so that way when I finally get up there, I can just sit down and rest from going up all those stairs. Um, but anyway, um, you guys haven't commented anything in a while. Are you guys okay? Did you guys die and just haven't gotten off the live yet or something? I'm not really sure. Um, I'm kidding. Do not leave this live. Hopefully do not leave this live. Please do not leave this live. But anyway, house have no stairs because she has no house. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's actually good because you don't have to go like you don't have like a workout while trying to get from one room to another. Um, so that's great. Does she live with you? Is that where she does she live with you? And you have no stairs in your house? No. So no. So are you saying she's dead too? I'm trying to keep on jumping to like being dead, but like I'm confused. She lives in a rental house. Oh. So it's not technically hers. She just pays to live there. So she's building a new house. Interesting. So then going to um, the whole Ancient One and Hulk. So the Ancient One, like, talking about her old one burned down. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry. um, I wish my school could burn down, but we can't all get what we want. Just kidding. Just kidding. So they're like the ancient ones explanation of time traveling, like time travel meddling, completely contradicts what they were saying um, about time travel in the first place. Like, it creates a whole branch timeline instead of like just staying on the whole timeline with the timeline changed. There's other timelines. So yeah, there's that. And then there's I completely forgot to mention how Hawkeye like tested the whole quantum realm suit and everything. So yeah, there was that, and yeah, and Iron Man 3 being one of the places that they didn't go, even though they had a set dedicated to like Iron Man 3. Um, I'm just glad they did that because it's so much better than the Malibu Mansion set that we got with the Iron Man 3 wave of sets, and my throat is hurting a lot. Why didn't I grab water before coming in here? Wow, that's really bad. But anyway, um, I'm playing with the cat for the webcam. Hawkeye's kids are ugly. Would you not date his kids? I'm confused. Are you saying like they're ugly, so you wouldn't date his kids? I'm confused. I need to stop being so confused. Yes. So they're ugly, so you wouldn't date his kids. That's what you're saying. I'm gonna assume that's what you're saying. Okay, so moving on. Um, uh, where was I? Oh, right. So Hawkeye testing out the whole time travel thing, and that was really great. Um, uh, that kind of felt like an emotional ride for him. It looked like it was a whole emotional ride for him. Um, that was great. And then the time traveling to Thor: The Dark World. So Thor being worthy, talking to his mother, that was all really great. That was really good. I just really hope. I just kind of wished that like when Thor, like the whole during the whole movie, I was just hoping that Thor would just go back to being his, go back to having his six pack, and so I was just hoping when his hammer came back to him, he would tap it on the ground like he did in Thor Ragnarok, and he would just go back to being his his six pack self. Um, so yeah, there was that, and I forgot to mention that Thor played Fortnite. That was that was actually really bad. What's your best egg pun? Best egg pun? Like my best Easter egg pun? Like my favorite pun from like the past cinematic universe movies? Is that what we're talking about? I'm confused. So like you're talking about like what was my favorite like callback to past movies? No, just like egg-tastic. Oh, maybe excellent. Excellent. Maybe that one. I'm not sure. They're all really bad. Every egg pun is terrible. I hate every egg pun. It's so terrible. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna text my friend see if he's home right now because he should have joined me a couple like from like the beginning of this. The yolk was so bad you should scramble the door. Wow. That's actually pretty funny but really stupid at the same time. Um, you know, home yet. Um, so what part are we talking about now? All right. So Thor should have like pounded um, Mjolnir on the ground and just went back to his six pack self. But Rocket should have like taken the ether out of Jane Foster when she was sleeping, not like when she was like awake. Like, how do you explain? How do you like see that? Like, she would have gotten scared by by Rocket. Maybe he compromised on it. Like on like all of that. Maybe he did. Who knows? Um, like say like when she woke up, he told her that like what he had to do to fix the future. Like maybe he did have to do that. Maybe he had to explain to her why he was doing it. So um, maybe that's how he got it. But people, but apparently Rocket is classified as a rabbit by every Asgardian. So do they not have raccoons in Asgard? Like that's a thing. Um, so yeah, there's that. And what else? So yeah, Thor being got to go. Have an egg-tastic day. I have subscribed. Thanks, man. All right, you too. Have a great day. The raccoons are not worthy of Asgard. That's probably true. Thank you for subscribing, Tan Lynch. You have an egg-tastic day as well. So then there is also 2014. 2014, like where the whole conflict comes into play, where Thanos from 2014 comes back to the future, and well, not back to the future, goes to the future to present day 2023. So yeah, there's all that, and I'm sorry, I have to go on my phone real quick. So. Purple. That as well. Going live on YouTube now. Join in, but do not if you haven't seen endgame. My YouTube channel is Nerd. There we go. Then put it on story. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to tell people on my Instagram to join this live. So yeah, there was all that, and so I was actually kind of laughing. I can now. Okay. So my friend is finally home, so I finally have someone else to talk to other than just the comments. Hey Christian. Hey, I'm already live right now, so there's like 2 people watching this right now. Hello? Okay, so right now I'm talking about the getting the Power Stone and the Soul Stone.
Like how you guys got it?
Yeah, like how they got it. Can you guys hear him? I'm not sure if these people can hear you or not. So I hope whoever is watching right now can hear him. So yeah, so I was talking about how like I already missed a couple of parts that I went back and mentioned later, but so what are you? What do you like? Give me a part. Like talk about like the beginning of getting the Power Stone and the Soul Stone.
The beginning of getting the Power Stone. Okay, so when you remember, alright.
Like when they arrived in 2014.
Yeah, so they arrived in 2014, and wait. So you want me to like explain it?
Well, not exactly explain it, but like let's just talk about it.
Alright, so well, they used their like they used their what is it like
the quantum realm suits? The quantum realm suits.
Yeah, the quantum realm suits to get to 2014 to
right.
Morag, I think it was, right?
Yeah, Morag, where Peter Quill was like dancing at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
So that was the beginning of the Guardians. So
yeah,
they basically had technology, I think, or something. And get the Power Stone by Nebula, like digging her arm inside like the laser thing. I don't know what it is or what it's called.
Hold on, I'm actually just gonna FaceTime you instead of being on a call because I'm not sure if these people can like understand anything you're saying.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna FaceTime you actually.
Alright.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so I think they can actually hear you now and understand what you're saying.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. So we're live right now, starting about the Power Stone. So, how funny was it seeing Peter Quill's, like, how it was when he was dancing on Morag, and then, like seeing it from, like, Nebula and Rhodey's point of view?
It was very different because, you know, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, it was actually covered by music, so it actually looked nice.
Yeah.
But actually, like, when you see Endgame, you see how, like, ridiculous he looks when he's walking and when he's singing the music. And it's really funny.
And, like, Rhodey says, like, so he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention about how Thor was explaining the whole thing about the ether in 2014.
The ether?
Yeah, 2013. Like how he was explaining about like how it got how the ether got itself inside Jane Foster.
Yeah. The reality stone.
Yeah, that was funny. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Like he was how he was able to like introduce Jane Foster to like his father and his mother.
Yeah, I think I actually missed that part because I'm pretty sure I went to the bathroom.
You did?
Like, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know you went to the bathroom. I thought you like sucked it up and was just like staying through the whole movie.
I was trying, but I was about to piss myself. So
really?
Yeah.
Like the second time I watched it was when I watched it with you guys. I like started to have to use the bathroom about like since they like came back. No, I don't know. I think I just had to use the bathroom, but I never went because it was just such a minor feeling to have to go to the bathroom that like when I stood up, I just didn't have to go anymore. So it was like one of those feelings. But when I was seeing it for the third time, I had to use the bathroom since they had come back from the time heist. But I didn't go to the bathroom because like after seeing it in the front row, after seeing Endgame in the front row, like with you, that like gave me a headache. So like I didn't want to have to leave the theater because I had to use the bathroom because like seeing it from the side, was just really weird.
It really is. Like their eyes look deformed.
Yeah, they do. It was so bad. But anyway, it was fine. Did you ever see it a second time? Have you seen it a second time yet?
I'm planning to. Not yet, though.
See, my friend Maya, she watched it before I did. And I'm not sure if she's the one watching this right now because it says there's one person watching right now. She was watching it. Everyday Power just joined, and it says chubby cheek, fat face. Yeah, that's me. Deal with it. So yeah. Oh, they just left. So my friend Maya, like, she was watching it, like and there, like 5 minutes before the movie ended, the fire alarm went off, and she didn't get to see the rest of the movie.
Wow.
When I heard that story, I was like, oh my god, double chin, you're fatter than Thor. Yeah, I am. Deal with it. I don't care. Go ahead, say whatever you want about me. I don't care. I don't even know you, Everyday Power. Go jump in a car compactor. So yeah. Look, there's my double chin. Fat face. I'm Tanisha. You're Tanisha. Is that your name? If that's your name, Tanisha, then Tanisha, go jump in a car compactor, because really insulting people isn't going to get you anywhere, especially in life. Uh, okay, so what were we talking about? What were we talking about? Oh, right, the Power Stone.
We were talking about the Power Stone.
Yeah, the Power Stone. Oh, no, we were talking about the Reality Stone.
Oh,
yeah. So, do you think Rocket compromised with Jane Foster to get her to hand over the ether?
Yet again, I honestly don't know because I was pissing. So.
Yes, Tan Lynch, I do remember you. I have not deleted any of your comments, so I do remember you. So, Tan Lynch was putting in a ton of comments, and he's a really solid dude. Really, Christian? Did you just, bro? You just joined it. I was wondering who the third person watching was.
Yeah, it's me.
Wow. So yeah, Tan Lynch, I do remember you. I also told Everyday Power to go jump in a car compactor. Have you done that yet? Have you succeeded in doing that? I hope you did. But anyway, so talking about the Reality Stone again. So apparently, Rocket is just considered a rabbit in Asgard to everyone in Asgard. Which is actually kind of funny because it's not like it's just Thor saying that. It's everyone in Asgard.
Yeah.
And remember the talk with his mother? Thor's talk with his mother?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was kind of an emotional roller coaster for him, probably.
I saw part of that.
Yeah. That was actually really... It probably was an emotional roller coaster. Wait, you said you missed that part?
I missed a good amount of that part. I remember he was talking to him, and then he got Mjolnir back, and then
because were you there when she found him sneaking up on her?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. So, did you see the part where she called him a failure?
No, I don't even know.
So he was talking to her about when he killed Thanos, his head was there and his body was over there, and she was like, "An idiot? No. Failure? Absolutely." And Thor's like, "That's a little bit harsh."
Rocket's original name in the comics was Rocky.
Rocky. Interesting. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Wow. Really? How many comics have you read, Tan Lynch? How many comics have you read?
Let me look this up.
Tan, are you still there? Tan, how many comics have you read? None. My brother does, though. How old is your brother? 85? To have read all the comics if he has? 85. Not to insult your brother. I'm sorry. Do you know how many comics your brother has read? 15. Wow. Which ones?
I'm looking right now, and it says Rocky Raccoon and Groot and stuff.
Well, Rocky, Rocket Raccoon, no.
Yeah, Rocky kind of sounds short for Rocket.
Yeah, that would make sense. Was it a nickname?
Probably.
Tan Lynch, do you know if that was a nickname?
So all these are saying Rocket Raccoon, not Rocky or anything. So.
All right, well, that's fine. So anyway, we were talking about the Reality Stone. Let's go back to the Power Stone, actually. So Nebula being taken by her past self, her past evil self. At first it wasn't, but then it was announced it was a nickname. So yeah, Rocky was a nickname.
Okay.
So, um, so yeah, about Nebula being captured by her past self.
Mm-hmm.
You were there for that part, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. Like, how did Nebula get back to the? Oh wait, she was already on the sanctuary. Never mind. I was just about to ask a really stupid question that I already knew the answer to. The Soul Stone, though.
Uh,
Did you cry during that one?
I did actually.
You did?
I did actually cry. Yep,
You cried during like all the death scenes.
I did.
Surprisingly, I didn't laugh at that death scene like I did with Gamora's death scene.
My friends started laughing at that death scene, like hysterically, like so loud, but like it was so upsetting because it was.
The ones
It was
behind us, because
really-
I know Jonathan wasn't. Jonathan and Hadassah, I don't think they were laughing.
No, it was behind us. Yeah.
It was behind us. Okay. So yeah, I told Hadassah that she was probably about to start crying. Was Hadassah crying? Did she cry?
I think so, just like a little bit. I know I was like hysterically crying. Oh, your mom did?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see it with my mom. That's gonna be my second time. So
Yeah. Do you know when you're gonna see it for the second time?
Not yet, but maybe sometime this week or next week.
Just don't make it in the front row this time.
Yes, that's a good idea. But you know what? Since it's like been out for a while, I'm sure like there will be like a lot of seats out. So no.
We get off topic so easily.
Exactly.
So
back on task.
Yeah. I actually thought for a second though that that Hawkeye was actually like I thought that I absolutely knew that Natasha was gonna die because I knew it couldn't have been Hawkeye because he had a family and that was like his sole purpose in the movie. Like the only reason that they kept Hawkeye alive was to like avenge his family. So if he had died in that scene, that would have been really bad. In my state, it's only been about 4. It's only been out for 3 weeks. What state are you in?
3 weeks. April 26th.
26. That was about 3 weeks ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, USA. You're in the USA. So am I. I'm in Long Island. So yeah, it came out.
It depends what part.
Yeah, because like the people overseas get it like a week earlier than we do. But I don't think for like Infinity War and Endgame, like it was. I don't think it. Like I think it all came out at the same time.
Because you know what?
Long Island, New York.
Because when I was in London, at that time, this movie called Mission Impossible Fallout was coming out.
Oh, I remember that movie.
It came out earlier than it came out in the United States. And so did Ant-Man and the Wasp, because Ant-Man and the Wasp came out around that time.
Yeah.
It came out like 2 or 3 days earlier than in the US. So
yeah, because the people overseas, they like they get it like earlier than we do for some reason, which is I think is stupid. Long Island, New York. I live in Wantagh, in the USA. So yeah. Other things to mention. Okay, so originally I thought Hawkeye was gonna be a little selfish though, and just like not Tygamora, eliminate state no one even ever thinks about. Everyone underestimates my state. What is it? Idaho? Is your state Idaho?
If he says Alabama, I'm leaving. Watch him actually say Alabama. Are you from Alabama, sir? Okay.
No.
Cool.
Wait, no, Idaho and Alabama? Maine.
Oh, it's not bad.
Maine. People think about Maine.
I forgot about
They think
Maine.
about Maine more than they think about like regular Washington.
No offense, I kind of forgot about Maine. So, but yeah, that's true. Washington is like irrelevant compared to.
Yeah, because you have Washington D.C. and Virginia, or is it Pennsylvania?
It's nice.
It's nice.
Isn't it colder up there? Because it's like.
It's a nice state. Yeah, it is a nice state. I haven't been there though. But I actually think I might be going to Alabama soon.
Oh no, sir! Please don't.
Me?
Yes.
Well, it's for a new dog. Maybe. I'm not sure. It hasn't been totally
That dog can wait.
Hasn't been totally settled on yet, though.
Yes.
It has cold winters. We have cold winters too, except this year it just didn't snow at all. Like it would snow, and then the next day the snow would just be gone. It would be all melted away.
We had no snow days, at least in my town.
Yeah, we had no snow days either. Except remember that day where it was like Jonathan's birthday and there was a 2-hour delay.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that day my mom let me stay home all day.
Lucky. I still went to school.
And by the way, the day after we saw Endgame for the second, the day it rained all winter last winter. Oh, that's bad. That's unfortunate.
Really is.
I mean, at least we had snow, but you had rain. But like in Long Island, it's been raining like every day lately, and I hate it.
It really has.
I hate it.
Like my soccer practice and soccer games are being canceled every single week.
I know. Like today was actually a nice day. I keep on saying so like my sister Vanessa, she just had like surgery on her hand because it got injured in a car accident.
Wow.
But she actually got tired. Peter dies. FBI agent.
Oh my God! It's freaking FBI. How do they know this?
Maybe they see it earlier than the people overseas. Maybe it is the FBI overseas, and they say it even earlier.
FBI, may I ask what's gonna happen after Phase 4 for the Avengers and Marvel?
We get the new Iron Man, Spider-Man. I had a school field trip to Monkey See Monkey Do on Friday, and it rained that whole day. Oh, that's unfortunate. Were you outside all day? Were you outside all day? Because that would be terrible. That would be really bad. Oh my God. Yes, you were outside. Oh my God, that's so bad. That reminds me of this trip that I took to Little Italy on like 2 Fridays ago.
Little Italia.
Yeah, Little Italy. It wasn't yesterday Friday. It was the Friday before that, and it was really bad. Like it didn't rain for the most part, but then by the time we left, like we went to the last place when we were getting ready to go back on the bus to go back home to go back to school. It was pouring outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should probably get back on topic.
Yeah, I was just about to say we need to get back on topic. Where were we anyway? All right, so Gamora's death. I keep on saying Gamora. Nat's death scene. So I thought Hawkeye was gonna be selfish and like tie her up and then sacrifice her, but I don't think that would have counted though. But if it did, like I got very scared that Clint was actually gonna die. Like, I would have rather Natasha die rather than Clint, which I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, that's the way I feel.
I'd rather neither, because like they're both good.
And the only thing it had in common with China was that it had a lot of factories. We have a place in New York, in the city, where it's called Chinatown. So you have Chinatown and you have Little Italy. It's not.
I've actually been to Chinatown.
Really?
Yeah, I went over there for like an escape room or something.
Oh, that's nice. You remember that camping trip that we took last year?
Oh yeah, that was a little weird. No, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was weird. But like, remember the day you guys left?
Yeah.
A little bit later, it was pouring rain, so we just left.
Yeah, I heard because like it was raining when we left already.
Have you ever heard of the city called Portland? I've heard of the place called Poland, not Portland. I think there's like a airport called Portland though. I've never heard of the city Portland though. Sorry. So what did this have to do with Nat's death scene? I have no idea. But anyway, getting back on topic. It's the largest city in Maine. Wow.
That's really cool.
Largest city in Maine. That's really nice, man. Do you live in Portland? Okay, we need to go back on topic though, but
Yeah, on task. Back on task.
So yeah, I would have rathered Black Widow die than Hawkeye because Hawkeye just became like, oh, that's unfortunate. Where do you live in Maine though? But Hawkeye became more than he was in Avengers though. Like you saw what grief did to every Avenger, like with Tony Stark getting a second chance and having a real kid that's actually related to him, rather than just having Peter. And then there was Thor, who was drunk and fat. And then you had Cap, who was, I'm assuming that might have been like Falcon's, what do you call it? Like Falcon's, what do you call it? What was that thing that he had in Winter Soldier? It was like a emotional support group, right? I'm assuming it might have been like Falcon's emotional support group, since Falcon had like dusted away, like Cap was taking over for him.
Oh yeah.
Which could be foreshadowing how Cap goes back in time and Falcon takes over Cap's mantle, maybe. Not to go. It's night in my state, so bye, amigos. All right, bye. Sorry. Thank you for joining us, though.
Bye.
That was really great. Thank you for joining us.
Actually, night over here too. It's 9 something.
Yeah, it's 9:05 right now.
Yeah, it's 9:05.
So yeah, there's that. And
goodbye, Tan.
Bye, Tan. You're a really great guy, Tan. You're really awesome. All right.
Love you.
So you have to say no homo, man. It's 9:05 here too. Yeah. Well, is it Saturday?
We're in the same time period.
Yeah, we are. Like, why do you have to go? It's only 9:05. I haven't even taken a shower yet.
I mean, you don't know. Maybe his parents or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't know. But thank you for joining us. Maybe you can join us on the next live whenever I do my next live. I need to sleep. Okay. Good night, Tan. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Tan. We love you. Homo.
When's the next stream? I don't know yet. I'll have to find out when my next stream is, because I don't know when the next movie that I want to discuss is coming out. Maybe I'll do it. I'll probably do a stream for every time a Marvel movie comes out. So when the Spider-Man Far From Home movie comes out and I've seen it, I will do another live with Totally Nomi's one, Christian Piche. So that's how you pronounce it.
Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/SCP_Totally.
Yeah, you might want to put that in the comments so maybe you can screenshot it or something.
Yeah, man. I put it in the comments. I accidentally put a comma. Yeah.
Okay.
I stream Fortnite, bro. I'm really good. Maybe we can hit up.
So when Spider-Man Far From Home comes out, Tan, you can see me and Totally talking about Far From Home when we've both seen it, and we'll talk spoilers. So, yeah, thanks for joining us, Tam. We will see you on the next stream. So good night. All right. So, when, like, I actually thought that Clint was gonna die for a second, but then like, Black Widow just like did that whole thing with like the line, and she sacrificed herself, and that was actually a little bit more painful for me to watch than Gamora's death scene.
Well played.
But yeah, there's that, and because we know Black Widow a lot more than we know Gamora. So there's that. What else? Other things. So
that's not a different stone.
Well, we already discussed like the time. Tony Stark seeing his father again, though.
Oh yeah, that was.
I didn't discuss that part yet because I discussed the Mind Stone, but I completely forgot because I was explaining the branch timelines and kept on getting off topic. So the whole branch timeline sort of thing. Like now we're discussing the Space Stone. So like What about Cap though? Like using Loki's scepter to like knock his past self out.
I mean, you know what? It was very weird for me because seeing Avengers the first time when Nebula from the future shot Nebula from the past, which is the evil Nebula.
Right.
It was weird because I thought if she shot herself, wouldn't she die?
That's the thing, because they're explaining that the whole domino effect doesn't exist.
Because they're alternate realities.
Yeah, they're just alternate like branch timelines.
It's not the same timeline. Yeah.
Exactly. So when, so ultimately, even just by being in those past times, they're basically just creating a bunch of other branch timelines rather than just their own.
Yeah.
So technically, like they even said that like when Rhodey suggested like the whole baby Hitler thing, where like you go back in time and kill Thanos as a baby, like it wouldn't work because of the whole, you would have just a branch timeline, not like the whole domino effect. So like the domino effect doesn't exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it does in the DC universe, and they do a lot better at explaining timelines than Marvel does.
Yeah.
But it does make time travel confusing with the whole domino effect, because like if you erase Thanos from the timeline, but then live your future, Thanos doesn't exist in that future. So basically, they never went back in time to kill Thanos from the past. So basically, Thanos never ended up dying as a child. So he ends up existing in the timeline no matter what.
Yep.
So there's all of that. So that's what makes the whole domino effect confusing. But anyway, getting back from the time heist, I forgot to mention what I thought about Professor Hulk, though.
I thought what was bad about Professor Hulk is that it's really good that he figured out how, like, Hulk isn't a disease anymore. But the negative about that is, well, to me at least, is that he still doesn't have, like, the strength or the mindset that Hulk does. He, remember when they were in 2012, and he was like, and he like didn't even want to smash the car, and he acted like he was so tough.
Yeah.
Hold up. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna talk to the stream now.
Yeah.
What happened is, I thought it was weird because it's weird seeing like Bruce Banner as Hulk, but like not as strong, because when we see Hulk, we see the big green strong guy, the muscle of the Avengers. He's like insane, not like Professor Hulk. Like, I think if there's a better way to talk to the Hulk in a way so that they could still be like friends, but like show up when they could, like in good times, or maybe like even separate into different people. Because hold up, I need to look up something quick. Bruce Banner. Because I'm pretty sure, like, haven't there been comic books where, like, Bruce Banner separated from the Hulk?
What?
Haven't there been, like, comic books where, like, Bruce Banner has separated from the Hulk?
I mean, originally he was separated from the Hulk. Like, the Hulk and Banner were two different people.
Oh, I see.
But, like, with Professor Hulk, like, you had them both just put together.
Yeah.
But, like, with Banner just accepting Hulk now, it's kind of just like Hulk just doesn't exist. It's just completely Banner and Hulk's body. Like, there's it's as if there was no such thing as Hulk. It was just completely just Bruce
like
Banner.
there's no more Hulk, which is weird. So
like it's just Bruce Banner with like a 6-pack and green skin.
Yeah, and bigger. Which really does get annoying because it's you gotta get used to like keyboards and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why like one time I was like last year I would because I feel like my life completely started like last year. Like where I was like finally like joining Instagram and Snapchat and all that stuff. Like I was like I was actually able like when I started my whole YouTube channel last year. And everything. So there was all that. So it was like I was getting everything situated. So then there was like when I finally had everything situated, I had this show that I would watch, and it was an Avengers show. It was a animated Avengers show on YouTube. It wasn't even a YouTube series. It was like I think it might have been like a Disney series of the Avengers.
Like Marvel's The Avengers, or like
Avengers. Like Marvel's Avengers Assemble or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was an animated series, and like Hulk, it was kind of like Professor Hulk, except Banner didn't exist. It was just completely Hulk, but like the Hulk you saw in like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that was just stuck like as Hulk forever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So now with Professor Hulk, there was just one problem I had with Professor Hulk though. I'm not sure if you mentioned it or not, but the only problem was that he was funny. And Bruce Banner was never funny. Bruce Banner was always serious.
True.
Like Hulk is funny. Hulk is the funny part. Banner was always just completely serious. Like you never had a time where it was like Banner was cracking jokes about Thor being like water instead of fire.
Yeah.
So, I just realized which room you were in.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I wasn't sure if you were like at your upstairs computer or in your basement computer.
I'm at my basement computer.
Yeah, I noticed that when I saw the drum set. So yeah, there was that and other. So yeah, it was just the fact that Banner was never funny. Hulk was the funny one because Banner was like. In Ragnarok, yes, Banner was constantly like making jokes. Like in the past, like 3 movies, Endgame, Infinity War, and Ragnarok, which were all movies Mark Ruffalo was in, like he was constantly laying jokes. And that part of Banner was never there. Like you had Age of Ultron where he was scared of like you had like arrest wants for Banner. Like, and Banner was just completely scared of the Hulk. And he was just always serious about like letting Hulk go because you heard like how Banner helped create Veronica, like the Hulk Buster.
Yeah.
And then even before that, he was talking as if Hulk wasn't even a person, as if it was just Banner being reckless in Avengers 1. Like how he was referring to Hulk being the other guy. Like you never had Hulk drops until Tony drags it out of him. So like all of that was just never there, not until Thor Ragnarok was that there. It was just Chris Hemsworth and Bruce Banner just fooling around all the time. And that part of Thor was always there, though. Like, Thor was always funny.
Oh, yeah.
So, there was all of that. But anyway, getting back from the time heist. Yeah, so Banner does take out some anger. But you remember that trailer part where it showed Black Widow, like, pulling off some steam and, like, shooting... like target things.
Yeah.
That scene wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, I saw
that. That wasn't in the movie. So that was bad. And another thing that Jonathan actually noticed, which is not a good thing about being in the front row, was like he leaned over to me and he's like, I just noticed that Black Widow's eyes were uneven.
yeah, uneven because of like the angle of the.
Yeah, because the screen it's not straight. It's just it's
curved.
Yeah, it's curved.
It looks weird from an angle.
Yeah. So I do not suggest sitting in the front row the second time you go see this movie. But definitely don't sit all the way in the back.
Yeah.
Like when we went to see Infinity War, that was perfect.
Yeah, it was. It was actually like.
I actually thought that the people that were there last year for Infinity War were going to be the same people that were there this year for Endgame. But I was surprised by that. There was like 2 times the amount of people that was there last year. But that's fine. I don't care. Anyway, so the Stark Tech Gauntlet.
Yeah, like
the Tony Stark Infinity Gauntlet, man.
That was so cool. Like
that was sick. Oh my god! Like I have this app called Elster on my phone. And it's like you get to see what like your family and your friends want for Christmas, or just their birthday in general. So recently I added a Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet, which is the Stark Tech Infinity Gauntlet. And it looks so sick. I'm gonna send a picture of it to you. I have one on Amazon.
I know what it looks like.
It's $43.
Yeah, I
even
saw
though like the regular one is $100, I found one for $43, and it looks great. I'm gonna hopefully save up money to at least get the gauntlet by myself instead of having to wait till like Christmas or something to get it, because I really don't want to wait. Especially because they might get sold out because like Endgame came out 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
So.
But I'm pretty sure it's not made out of the same material as the other one was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
So, there's that. And what else? What was I saying? All right. So remember the part where they're putting the stones in the gauntlet, though?
Yeah.
That part was a little bit funny because you remember how Rocket just goes like boom out of nowhere?
Yeah.
It was him being, I think was it him being funny, or was it like boom as in like yes, it worked?
I think it was boom to like surprise everybody. I think
Yeah, like to scare them, to be funny. Okay, because I wasn't sure at first. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, boom as in yes, like he meant yes, it worked. But then the second time, I'm like, oh wait, could it have been because he was trying to scare them? Because there was like they jumped, like Banner.
Like I think like some sort of explosion.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
What was also a really cool scene to me was two actually is one when all the Avengers came back through all the portal thingies, whatever that.
We're not up to that part, Christian.
I started clapping so hard and like tears also got.
You did start clapping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what else? So the Hulk, like Thor and Hulk, the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. Well, that and also the other scene I was talking about was that when Stark held the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I have to get more water.
Okay.
Because my throat is hurting.
Okay.
Just talk to the screen.
You. Guys, I'm watching the live stream right now.
What is that noise? What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Can you still hear that sound?
I heard. Not really. Not anymore. No.
Because I put the volume all the way up. Listen.
Okay. So, all right. So, did you think that Thor could have taken all that power from the Stark Tech Gauntlet?
You know what? I don't know. It might have because if you think about it, Thanos is really strong, right? And remember from Infinity War how literally
Stormbreaker was able
to literally chop right through all 6 Infinity Stones at one time.
Yeah.
And how Thor has like the might and the only person.
Yeah, the mighty Thor.
Yeah, the capability to be like the only one to carry the hammer. I think he would have been able to
So like him being worthy is like him being strong enough to wield the power of the stones.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, like the Stormbreaker, like look at it, it's so strong and it can it's so powerful, and you know if he has like the power to like hold it or like carry it, I don't know, then I think he might have the power to at least hold all 6 Infinity Stones for at least a little bit.
Right. Mm-hmm. So right. So everybody coming back from the future though. From the snap.
Yep.
Everybody coming back from the snap. So when Martin's phone started ringing though, like what were you thinking in that moment when like everything just started to come back?
I actually
when Ant-Man was like looking out the window and and
just like got all like happy, you know.
Yeah.
That was like the first sign.
Yeah, but not just it becoming happy because like the sun was out even before then.
True, but like it was like the flowers were like
like the tree was starting to grow again.
Yeah, and I also what really got me happy was when what's his name Hawkeye got a call from
his wife. Yeah, that was great. But then like how did they get like the whole sanctuary from the from 2014? Like they only had enough pin particles for one person, not a whole ship though.
What I think happened, I don't know how that happened, but I think somehow they shrunk it down so it could like fit through. It was really weird because I don't know, because it's kind of how they took Captain America and Scott Lang. How both of them it only took them 10 seconds, but it would take all the time they needed in the quantum realm. So I think if that Nebula brought back the ship, it quantized small and just went big again.
Oh, speaking of the pin particles though, like the past Ant-Man, Hank Pym, the comic helmet though. Did you know what that was right away?
Hank Pym, hold on.
Like the comic accurate Ant-Man helmet.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of got like antennas at the side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's kind of more roundish. I know that.
Yeah. I got so excited when I saw that. I was like, oh my god. Yeah. That was really great. That was like an oh my god moment. Like,
was this a scene or something?
Yeah, it was part of the scene. Like where Cap meets more pin particles.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when he was picking up the pin particles, and he said, "Yeah, I remember."
Yeah. So I'm really wondering, like, what was that package that Hank Pym got that Cap was talking about? Like how it was glowing and how they opened it and they're feeling sick.
The Tesseract, I think, was it?
No, it wasn't the Tesseract because the Tesseract was already there.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I think that might be like, because I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, it must have been something like radioactive, right?
Probably.
Because now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, could this be something that's like introducing like Radioactive Man from the comics? Because I don't read a lot of comics. I just know this from like a video game that I played. It was like a DLC pack.
Yeah.
In the Lego Avengers game.
Yeah.
And there was like Baron Zemo, you know, the villain from Civil War, and there was like Radioactive Man, and there was like Nathan Garrick, the Black Knight, and then there was like this other guy. I don't even remember the guy's name, but yeah. So could this be an introduction to Radioactive Man? Maybe.
Maybe. Probably. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my phone charger real quick.
Okay. So I'm thinking it could be the start of like Radioactive Man. Because like if it was something radioactive and the guys weren't feeling well, like I'm remembering from like the Flash season 4, I think it was season 4. Yeah, it was season 4. Like the Flash season 4, like how there was like that bus meta who like would like his temperature would rise and it would be like 900,000 reds, and he would just make everybody around him like feel bad. So that's kind of what it reminded me of, and it now that I'm thinking about it, it's like there's a character like that in this cinematic universe where it's like Radioactive Man. So Radioactive Man could be introduced, maybe. It's possible in Phase 4, maybe, because I mean, do you guys Christian? Do you think there will be a Phase 5 after Phase 4?
I don't think there will be a Phase 5, but I think there will be a new era of new heroes after Phase 4, like a new Avengers, but like with different characters. You know what I mean?
Phase 4 is the start of the new heroes.
Phase 4 is like the end of the MCU for all the originals, and then I think after Phase 4 will be like.
Yeah, like you'll have Peter Parker being the new Iron Man.
Probably, like all the new heroes, because he's still young. Like he was just introduced 2 years ago. That was it.
Yeah. Well, it was 3 years ago because it's 2019 now.
2019, 18, 17. No, that's 3 years.
No. It was 3 years.
I mean, including 2017, that's 3 years, but not including 2017 is like...
2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. 4 years.
No, wait, hold up.
But if you don't count the year he was actually introduced, it would be 3 years. But 16 to 19, counting 16, it would be 3 years.
No, he was in 2017.
He was introduced in Civil War. Civil War came out in 2016.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm thinking about
Homecoming?
Sure, yeah, I'm thinking about Homecoming.
Yeah. So yeah. So what about Tony Stark seeing his dad, though?
I thought that was like a really cool scene because like he looked up to his dad, so then he kind of used quotes from his own dad.
It wasn't that he looked up to his father. He actually didn't like his father. He didn't have a strong relationship with his father.
No. Like what I mean is that like he didn't like he not looked up to him, but like I don't know how to explain it, but like he realized how his dad was only strict on him because
he didn't want him to be the same as his father. Like,
yeah,
Howard didn't want Tony.
His kid, because when he said, when he used quotes that his dad used to say to him, I think that's how his dad would say that to, Tony.
Right.
And yeah.
But if you remember in the first Avengers, because I sure remember it, it was Tony was talking to Banner when they were working to locate the Tesseract. Tony was telling Banner that Captain America was the guy that his father never shut up about, which is probably the reason why he didn't like Captain America so much.
Yeah.
But he was only telling him about that because he didn't want like what I'm saying is like Howard Stark didn't want Tony to be like a Howard Stark Jr.
Yeah.
Like to have the same personality as like he didn't want Tony to have the same personality as he did.
Yeah.
So yeah. I really hope whoever is watching this in the future understands everything I'm saying.
I mean, it's only me watching right now, so
I know it is, but like anybody, like, because you can still watch lives after they end the stream.
True.
But it doesn't stay up for 24 hours like it does with Instagram. It just stays up for as long as you want it to. It's like you can delete it whenever you want, but like
true. It's like a regular video.
Yeah. So yeah. Other things to mention. Okay, so right. So after Tony Stark with his father, like Jarvis being the butler though.
Yeah, I was so confused.
Because Howard never spent any time with Tony.
Wait, but what really got me confused is that the person who plays Vision has the same voice as Jarvis, right?
Yeah.
But that it was a different person that was Jarvis.
Yeah, it wasn't Paul Bettany Vision. Like Paul Bettany, it wasn't Paul Bettany being the butler there though. I was really hoping it would because the moment he said Jarvis, I was like, wait, what?
I was so
this
confused.
Doesn't make any sense. And then later on, after I watched the movie like 3 times and then watched a couple of breakdowns for it, I was like, oh, because it was like. But it should have been Paul Bettany playing Jarvis the butler because then it would have made sense for the whole voice thing.
Yeah, but
because then it would have had to have been that actor who played Butler Jarvis to be AI Jarvis and then Vision. But Paul Bettany was just Jarvis AI and Vision, not the Butler.
I think they should have overlaid it. Like I'm not should have. I think they probably like overlaid the voice, so like it was probably still Paul Bettany speaking.
Right.
Like the maid was probably still named Jarvis, so
yeah,
or whatever.
But do you think they're gonna find a way to bring Vision back though?
I mean, what they could do is they have the quantum realm, so they could go back in time and try to get Vision from 2015.
That's true. But, like, there is no domino effect, though. Like, even if
they can still create him. They could still. That's the thing. They could still create him, take him out of that timeline, and put him in that timeline.
Yeah, but then there's a whole branch timeline where Vision goes missing in that timeline.
Yeah, so that timeline's screwed.
Yeah. But with.
But you know what? That'd be a good thing for that timeline because now they have stone that they can take care of.
Right, that's true. But if the stones are like this is a constant question that I've been having since Infinity War, is if the stones end up being destroyed, and like they say that the stones each control a aspect of life. Like if you destroy the Mind Stone, does everybody lose their minds? Like if you
you know what's the thing? It's not about minds, because think about it, the Mind Stone is more capable than just like controlling minds. Because in Civil War, it can like shoot beams out of it.
Yeah, but that was just a use that Vision was able to get out of it. Like
but still, it's still a stone that's capable of doing more than just like. Because if like it's not only controlling the mind, but in a sort of sense, it can kind of not bring things to life, but like I don't know how to explain it. Almost be like almost like the reality stone. Like if you like were to think of something in your mind,
you can just make it happen.
Maybe it could like make it happen. I like on the other hand, the reality stone is kind of close to that because you don't in your mind you don't make it happen. Like you can actually, it could be whatever you want, like happen and.
So what do you think that? What do you think that the Power Stone? Well, not Power Stone. What do you think the Time Stone? What role do you think the Time Stone played in Thanos's snap, like destroying half of all life? Because like the Mind Stone gets rid of all the minds. The souls, it controls which souls get erased. The power just charges all the stones. Space creates uses the space to dust everybody away. The reality stone makes the reality where they're all dusted away. But the Time Stone, what does that do? Controls like the amount of time it takes to just.
I think what the Time Stone is that when they got unsnapped, they didn't age one bit, so it was like they never left.
Oh, so it's like
it's almost like the quantum realm, like time and
right.
It doesn't matter in there.
Right. So it's like since the other 5 stones controlled how they get dusted away, the Time Stone just controls how they come back from being dusted away.
Maybe, or like how old they are.
Right.
Probably stay the same age.
Got it. Okay. So back to the whole storyline. So the battle now, because when Hulk opens his eyes and sees that the sanctuary from 2014. Oh, did I mention the whole theory that people have about Ebony Maw being able to how do you call it? Reverse engineer Pym particles, because Nebula from 2014 took the Pym particles from 2023 Nebula, and maybe Ebony Maw has the genius ability to re-engineer more Pym particles.
Oh.
So maybe that ends up being the way that the whole sanctuary from 2014 comes through the whole quantum realm tunnel.
Maybe. But you want to know my theory? Because I kind of have a theory for outside of Phase 4.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was originally doing this video for theories.
Now that you think about it, this whole event, I think Phase 4 will be just about the Infinity Stones. And you know how sometimes I've seen breakdown videos about I forgot what they're called, but they're the huge giant people that are
I think I might have
the Eternals. The Eternals, I think that's what they're called.
The Eternals.
They're huge giant people, and they control something. And one of the Eternals is called the Infinity Eternal, and he's the one that created.
Eternity.
Yeah, or something like that. I know
Eternity is an Eternal. Yeah.
That one of them made the Infinity Stones, the Eternity the Infinity Eternal or whatever. So I think each Eternal might have its own 4 phases. So each all the new
so you have the eternal watchers are like one phase, and then you have like eternity being another phase, and like
Yeah,
Galactus
because
being
if you
another.
think about it, like Spider-Man, like if like he's facing like these weird things in like the new movie about like the thriller.
The what do you call it? The elementals.
Yeah, the elementals. So I think like after phase 4, after like new heroes are shown, maybe they'll probably like that storyline of like those 4 phases will be about like some other Eternal.
Got it.
And maybe like Galactus or something, you know. I don't...
Right. So we'll discuss more about that after we're done talking about the rest of the movie. So then there's like the whole sanctuary blowing up all of the compound, the Avengers compound, and like Hawkeye giving Hawkeye being attacked by those Outriders.
Yeah.
About that. So he had the arrow. He shot it down there for some light to see what those things were. He was running, and he totally kicks their dang it. I have like a button on my phone where it's like it censors it. So and since I'm using my phone to FaceTime you, I can't really use it right now, but that's okay. I don't really need it anyway. But he totally kicks their butt, and so yeah, that was really great. I'm gonna need more water soon. I'm drinking it because my throat keeps on hurting. I didn't have it for like the first hour of this video. I just got it like a couple minutes ago. Like I left while you were talking about maybe like Fat Thor or Professor Hulk or something. I don't really remember.
Yeah, it was about Thor because I see that you're holding up a sign that says "I'll be right back" on your stream because I'm watching you. It's like "I'll be right back" and then you just leave.
Yeah. My bad.
And it's no, it's fine. I mean, I don't really care.
I was holding it up so that way the people on the stream would see it and not you. But you were watching the stream.
I was like, yo, what the heck? I thought you were like writing notes about what I was saying. And then I looked at the stream and it was like, oh, you'll be right back. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just like started talking to the stream, just like kept talking about Professor Hulk, like, you know.
Okay. Sorry about that. There's some water in there? There is. I'm out of water. I'm just gonna get a water bottle soon. But anyway, what was I saying?
I continue talking too about like the Avengers Endgame.
All right. So. Okay. So I look like Thor with his eye patch. Wait, is it this eye? Which eye does he have his eye patch in?
Correct. The left, I think. But now he doesn't have one anymore because he has that plastic eye.
Plastic. I'm like Thor now. I look like a pirate, an angry pirate. Okay. So I really wish Tim Lynch was still on this stream right now.
Yeah, I missed him already.
Yeah, I do too. So yeah. There's still someone watching. Are you still watching the stream right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Like my computer's on over there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, the battle. So like yeah, the whole sanctuary, it blows things up. Hawkeye kicks butt. What else? What happens after that? Oh right. So Hulk holding up the thing for Rhodey and Rocket. So there was all that. So you know when I was watching the movie actually, and I'm realizing this now. Earlier when there's like that hollow projector thing with like Captain Marvel, Rocket, and Nebula, and then there was Rhodey. Rocket says that they were like covered in garbage or something, and they smell like garbage. So I remember this book that I read. It was like Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and the Totally Awesome Tape Dispenser, which is like an AI tape dispenser, and it just dispensed any amount of tape that you needed. So the name of the book was Rocket and Groot Stranded on Planet Strip Mall, and at the center of it, like there was like all these stores, and like they had you go into the bathroom. They just wanted you to go to the bathroom because there's this creature at the center of the entire planet wanting people to come to the bathroom so that way the creature could eat it.
Interesting.
So, yeah, there was all of that. So now I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, was that the planet that Captain Marvel wanted them to go to? So, but I actually kind of like that holo projector though, because it's kind of nice seeing them being able to like connect with people from Earth, like the Guardians being able to like talk to the Avengers from whichever planet they're on, and not just come to Earth whenever they feel needed. Because like yeah. So anyway, back on task. The battle, right? So, so Rocket was like complaining about getting hurt because he couldn't breathe, even though Hulk was like holding up the debris. Um, uh, he was really scared at that second. I was like, oh my god, is he about to die? I got really scared at that second. Like we've never seen that side of Rocket before. Like he was really scared. Like when there was like a bunch of stuff on top of him from Thanos destroying the compound, and he couldn't breathe.
No, I don't. Wait, when? For where?
When Hulk was holding up the thing to keep it from falling on Rhodey and Rocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rocket was really scared at that moment. I kind of got a little scared at that second. So yeah, there was that, and then what else? What happened after that? All right, so Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor going at Thanos.
That was sick. Like that scene was so cool.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. I have to go get a water bottle because like my throat is hurting. It's hurting a lot. I'm talking so much. We've been going at this for 2 hours.
Yeah, I can tell. Playing Fortnite Battle Royale right now, by the way.
Okay, so I'm back. Got a water bottle.
Good boy.
So we've been talking about this for 2 hours now. And now it's 10 o'clock. And I still haven't taken a shower. And I don't really care. But anyway. So yeah. That was really awesome. I really loved that. But like when Mjolnir came out of nowhere, though, he took it from 2014 or 2013. He took him from 2013. Thor took Mjolnir from 2014. 13.
Yeah, and then like brought it with him back too. Which is also another reason why I think this ship was able to come. Because like he brought another object back from the past.
Yeah. But if you remember my set review, the one with the Quinjet, the Ultimate Quinjet set, Thor had Stormbreaker with him. He didn't have Stormbreaker on the Time Heist. So I'm assuming...
Because they didn't want to spoil it, I'm sure.
Yeah. So instead of putting Mjolnir on there, they put Stormbreaker. But speaking of that set, though, I noticed that, all the characters that were in that set weren't even in that actual scene in the movie. Like, Black Widow was in that set. She wasn't in that scene in the movie. They weren't even in that time. Like, you had Thor, Rocket, Hawkeye, and Black Widow in that set, back in 2012. Meanwhile, in the movie, it was Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Ant-Man. So there was that. So then, now, Captain America being worthy, though.
That was nuts, because, like, in Age of Ultron, he kind of moved it.
He probably moved it because he didn't know he was worthy at first, but then didn't want to, like, embarrass everybody else. So he just didn't lift it. He only moved it a little bit.
True.
So this stream is getting pretty extensive, and I am going to have to cut it off soon. So at 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm going to have to cut it off.
Okay.
So we have to talk about the battle really quickly now. So then Captain America versus Thanos, though.
Captain America versus Thanos. I know that when he picked up Mjolnir, he like full on used lightning on him.
Yeah, but like when he broke his shield, though. Like vibranium is supposed to be the strongest metal on Earth.
Yeah.
But I was watching this thing one time, and it was like Wolverine versus Black Panther, and Wolverine's entire skeleton is made out of adamantium, which is a type of metal.
Vibranium.
Yeah, so apparently adamantium is stronger than vibranium. So apparently.
Yeah, but since they didn't own it yet, like they didn't own like Fox, like and stuff, they couldn't. I don't think they could use adamantium or whatever.
Yeah, but now since March of this year, or maybe not even March, like in January, they got the whole Disney Fox merger, and now they have complete control of everything. So now they could afford to break Captain America's shield.
Yup.
So yeah, there was that, and then Hawkeye giving the gauntlet to Nebula from 2014. That was, oh my god. What was your thought process when Clint gave the Stark Gauntlet to 2014 Nebula?
I was scared because I honestly thought I obviously knew something bad was gonna happen. So
yeah, that was the thing. So other things. So then there was the portals. Now we can talk about those portals. Falcon saying on your left. Did you know immediately what that was when he said it? On your left.
what?
When Falcon said on your left to Cap.
Yeah, I remember I saw like a breakdown video on that or something like that.
Yeah, it was from Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah, where he was like on your left. Where Captain America was like on your left.
Yeah.
Just passing in like a running thing or something.
Yeah. It was that. And then there was all the portals. I just got overwhelmed at that point. I was smiling. I wanted to start.
Because you could see like all the planets they were coming from.
Yeah. And I just wanted to start laughing. I wanted to start clapping. I wanted to start yelling. I wanted to do so much. I wanted to do so much. I was so overwhelmed at that point. I was like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't catch my breath during that moment. I saw this thing on Instagram once where it was like the animated thing, and it was like, if I don't see this in Endgame, it sucks. And it was like all the heroes just like standing in like one scene, and apparently that was one awesome scene that person, I'm assuming, predicted at that moment when they uploaded that video to Instagram. And I was just so overwhelmed by that. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to start laughing. It was really overwhelming. Remember that video I sent you earlier today?
That was so funny. That's literally my favorite video on the internet now.
I know, like, it's like the whole Avengers Assemble thing where they're like I'm just displaying to the stream right now. It was when like there was the whole the portals, and then like the whole like the OG theme song for the Avengers was playing, and the whole Avengers, like, even did you know Howard the Duck was even there with the Ravagers?
Yeah, I saw him. He was there with the Ravagers.
Yeah.
Howard is in that. Is in like both the Guardians and both the Guardians.
Yeah, in both of the Guardians movies, he was there. Did you ever see that Howard the Duck movie?
No, I haven't actually.
I haven't seen it either, but what I've been told,
But
it sucks.
The thing? Marvel says like they're ashamed of that movie.
They probably should be. Like, from what I've heard about that movie, I think they should probably be ashamed of it. But anyway, yeah. So then you finally get your Avengers Assemble line, and then Cap holding Mjolnir, and the whole team is there. Oh my god! And they're no longer like the whole tagline of Captain America: Civil War was "United we stand, divided we fall." Well, they're no longer divided, so now they're united and they stand united. So Civil War, endgame, in your face. So now that was a really powerful scene. But then the whole hot potato with the Stark gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it went from Clint to Black Panther. Did you notice how when Black Panther says to Clint, he says, he calls Hawkeye by his first name because that's the only name he knows him by. Because if you remember in Civil War, that's how Hawkeye introduced himself to Black Panther. He's like, "We haven't met yet. I'm Clint. I don't care." And that's what Black Panther says. And that was a serious callback. When I heard that line from Black Panther, I was like, Civil War. Damn it. God damn. Not damn it. Yeah, so I immediately got that callback, and it was really great. I just noticed that my screen just went to sleepy mode, because I have like the orange light when it passes 10 o'clock. So yeah, so it's my screen is on nighttime mode right now. I was wondering why my screen looked a little bit orange rather than its normal white blue-ish light. So then there was the whole hot potato. I went from Clint to Black Panther, and then it was Spider-Man. Oh, and remember when Cap threw Mjolnir for Spider-Man to grab onto? He called them Queens. He called Spider-Man Queens. He said, "Hey, Queens, heads up." Threw Mjolnir for Spider-Man to get a hold of. And then he got to ride on a Pegasus. And then it was... did you know right away that it was Pepper Potts in the rescue suit when you saw it?
Yeah, I think so. I know it was like a woman shaped, and I know it couldn't have been any other woman besides Pepper Potts.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, I recognized that helmet, and I was like, oh my god, it's Rescue Pepper Potts. And I was like, oh my god.
It was so cool when both of them were there together.
Yeah. But you only got that moment for just a couple of seconds, and I really wish it could have stayed that way for a little bit longer, though. But anyway, we have about 17 minutes left for this stream, so we're going to have to go a little bit faster now. So just a quick rest of the breakdown. So then there was Captain Marvel coming in when they just Wanda Maximoff almost kills Thanos.
Yeah, and then
like there was that whole thing, and it was like, oh my god, it's like she's about to kill him. And the third time watching it, my sister leaned over to me. My sister Naomi leaned over to me, and she's like, "If she kept on doing that, he would have became naked." And I was like, "Wait, Later, I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait, no, he wouldn't. He would have just looked the same way he did in Infinity War. Right?
I guess so.
Because he takes off the armor and he's wearing that tank top. So, there's that. And then he starts starting fire, and then he starts shooting at Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel just goes, like, how would you describe that? Like the way she goes in destroying the the sanctuary, Thanos' shit. Like, how would you describe that? She just completely like destroys it. So yeah, there was all of that, and then
like, what I thought was really insane was that how Thanos literally took the Power Stone and squeezed it.
Oh yeah, and just like punched Captain Marvel in the face.
And punched Captain Marvel. I thought that was insanity. That's how you know, like, he's really, like, that's how you show that he's really determined to actually do this. I mean, even though he's a bad guy, he kind of, in a sense, he kind of has a good intention for what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't want the same thing that happened to his planet to happen to others. And I saw this thing earlier on Instagram. I look on Instagram and I find a lot of good things that are really funny. It was like who you thought would save like who you thought would defeat Thanos, and it showed a picture of Captain Marvel, and it said who actually did, and right below it was Scott Lang, and then it was like the whole reason Thanos got defeated, and then right below it was a rat. It was a picture of a rat. Because how the rat...
It was like that, who actually deserves the credit, and it was
yeah.
the rat.
Yeah. I sent it to you? Did I send it to you?
I think so. I don't know if I saw that online or if that was you.
I'm not sure either. But yeah, there was that, and that was great. And then you remember the reason why... do you know the reason why like what happened with Thor though? Like Thor should have gotten back up because like he had punched Thor in the face or something. And, like, legit, just, like, how would you explain that? He put Thor down. He didn't kill him, but he put him down. Like...
I mean, I don't even know right now.
Like, he was on the ground. Like, Thor was on the ground. And, like, he should have gotten back up. Because then Thanos might not have, gotten all the stones, and then Tony Stark wouldn't have had to snap his fingers and die.
True.
So yeah, there was all of that. So
yeah.
I have about 13 minutes left until I have to end this stream. So we have hopefully enough time to discuss the whole funeral scene and Captain Falcon. So the whole scene where it's like, I am inevitable. He should have seen the time stone wasn't there, though, because he had his hand facing this way. And the time stone, he should have been able to see the time stone because it was on the thumb. And he goes to snap his fingers and it doesn't work. But he should have seen the time stone that it wasn't there. So even if he did try to do it, it wouldn't have worked.
True. I thought that was really cool when Iron Man, like stole all the stones from him.
Yeah, because it was built from the same technology. It was the same nanotech, so he was able to take it
into like his suit. I thought that was really sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw this thing where it was like how Tony Stark learns from his mistakes. Where in Infinity War he couldn't remove the gauntlet, so instead of removing the gauntlet, he removed the stones instead. Mm-hmm. So, like, he was able to use his technology to build the gauntlet, so that way, if he could save the whole universe by taking out the stones, he would. So, being able to... So it was like, I am inevitable, snap, doesn't work, and Tony Stark is like, I am Iron Man.
Iron Man snaps, and, we're all crying.
Yeah, we all just start crying at that moment, because you know what's about to happen. And you saw Thor and Captain America crying, and I was like, oh my god. That's the first time we've actually seen Thor cry. No, not Thor. Captain America really cry. Other than Black Widow's, like, death mourning scene. Like, did you notice how, like, after Iron Man, like, they didn't even, like, really recognize Black Widow at all when she gave her life up for the Soul Stone. Meanwhile, Tony Stark just gave his life up for all of humanity. But she should have deserved the same amount of credit, though, because they didn't even have a funeral scene for her.
Yeah, because they didn't know she died. Well, actually, they did, but that's the thing. Like, they couldn't because like her body isn't there. It's on the ground, and nobody's gonna be able to take it.
Right, that's true. That's very true. So, yeah, there was that, and then the whole proof that Tony Stark has a heart.
True, but what's the thing? The thing is, I don't know why they had to let Nat go, because shit, they never said anything about her contract or anything. They just said about Iron Man and Captain America and Thor's.
Yeah, but she has the whole movie coming up. That's probably why.
Oh, but it says it's gonna be like a prequel.
Yeah. Well, notice how they keep on mentioning Budapest, though. So that's probably what that whole movie is going to be about, Budapest. So, Love You 3000, no homo. I mentioned this earlier in my stream, how now I know what I'm going to name my kids. Eric Tony Gonzalez, and then Morgan something Gonzalez. So I have that. And then, so if my kid doesn't tell me that they love me 3000, I'm disowning them. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm completely kidding on that. But anyway, yeah. So, proof that Tony Stark has a heart. But she's gonna get to grow up with Happy Hogan as a father, and how do you think that'll work out? Because it's gonna work a lot different now that it's like Peter. Because
I think Spider-Man might
meet Morgan. Meet Morgan. Is that what you're saying?
Far From Home.
Yeah, like he's saying that the world needs the new Iron Man, and like the whole thing about that. So you have all of that, and that's great. And then you have like the cheeseburgers part of it, where it's like Happy's like, "Are you hungry? I'll get you all the cheeseburgers you want." And that was really funny, and that was really cute. I really love that part because it was a callback to Iron Man 1, if you remember how.
I know, but when he escaped the cave and he was like, "I want a cheeseburger" and stuff.
Yeah. So that was really awesome, and then returning the stones back to their timeline.
Yeah, and then how the ending scene is just Captain America hanging out with Peggy.
Yeah, old man Cap, and then dancing with Peggy. Did you know the song that was playing in that moment was the same song that was playing when Nick Fury broke into Cap's apartment in Winter Soldier? Did you know that's what it was?
No, actually, I was not aware.
If you watch Winter Soldier and then you watch Endgame, you'll see it's the same exact song from when Nick Fury breaks into Captain America's apartment in Winter Soldier. So, yeah. What do you think Cap's reaction to seeing Red Skull when returning the Soul Stone was? Christian?
Yeah?
What do you think Cap's reaction was when he saw the Red Skull when returning the Soul Stone?
I don't know, actually.
Because do you remember that thing that I sent you?
Yeah, where it was like art of Captain America.
Captain America, Steve Rogers, son of Bleep, and you're still alive. That would have been really funny. I really would have loved that if we could have seen that scene. I saw that on Instagram too. You look at my Instagram and you find a lot of funny like Avengers Endgame memes, and it's really funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they are really hilarious. And then you see Old Man Cap, and he gives the shield to Sam Wilson, the Falcon, and then there's all of that. So, Christian, I was thinking, now that I'm thinking about it now, we can do another stream on YouTube for theories, for endgame theories, and then the next stream will be for Far From Home. So we do another stream later, maybe next Saturday, and then
I just hit 42.
so if we do our next stream on Saturday, talking theories for Endgame, and then we don't do another one until like Far From Home comes out. We talk about Far From Home, and then we talk about theories for Far From Home.
Yep.
So this will just be a constant thing on my channel where every time a new Marvel movie or DC movie comes out, we'll just talk about it on a live stream, and then some other time we'll talk theories. So yeah, I explained that correctly. Every time a new movie comes out for Marvel or DC, we see the movie, we do a stream, we talk about it, and then we do a different stream and talk theories about it. So I'm going to end the stream there. So, Christian, I will see you on the next stream. We'll schedule the next stream to be whenever. Not doing a Quantum Realm suit showcase for Endgame, and my throat hurts. So I'll see you in the next stream, Christian. See you. All right.
Bye.
Bye. So that's it. All right. Bye-bye, guys.